Okay, we're joined by defensive MVP Cal Halladay. Our first question for Cal comes from Matt Charbonneau with the Detroit News.
Hey, Cal, on that last interception, it looked a lot like the one at Indiana. Did it feel the same? Was it similar at all to that play? And what's going through your mind when you're running down the sideline there with that?
In my mind, I was just thinking, I'm probably gonna get yelled at a little bit because I'm supposed to go down in that situation, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't pass up the opportunity in my head. But it was very similar to Indiana, and now I just there was nothing in front of me, and I just had to keep going. And I was kind of nervous someone was gonna catch me from behind.
Next question will go to Chris Solari. Chris, you accidentally muted yourself.
Sorry about that. Thanks, Matt. The defensive performance you guys had in the second half, how much of that was trying to maybe adjust to a new quarterback in the first half and then kind of settling in? How much adjustment did you guys have to make at halftime?
I don't think we really had to make any adjustments. I think we just needed to clean up how we were playing. I think our adjustments just were tackle better, drive on the ball better, just do the little things better, and that's what we did at the end of the day. We just needed to go out, get the ball back to our offense as fast as we could, and give ourselves an opportunity to win the game.
We have time for a couple more for Cal if there are. We'll go to Stephen Brooks.
Oh, there it goes. Hey, Cal, this is a lot like a lot of other games you guys have had this year, like the Indiana, maybe not the Indiana one, but Nebraska, Miami. You guys have had late plays to sort of seal a game or win a game. And I know that obviously speaks to the keep chopping, relentless sort of mantra thing. When did you notice that or feel that was taking root in the program and it wasn't just a saying, it was actually a thing? It wasn't just a hashtag or a sign on the wall, but it was something that this team actually had.
I think it started all in fall camp. I think we believed it from day one. Coach Tucker's culture is just keep chopping, keep grinding, be relentless. And that's what we've been since fall camp. That's what's got us through these tight games, to be honest, when they always talk about 15 rounds and take them to the deep water. And that's what we did. Coach Tuck believes in best conditioned and physical technique fundamentals and all that good stuff. And that's what I think this game came down to.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Matt Wenzel.
Hey, Cal, you're a guy who was limited to special teams last year. Nobody was really anticipating you being a starter coming into the season. And what's it like to end the year not only with the team success but winning MVP of a New Year's Six bowl game?
I just am thankful for the opportunity that I got. I got to thank my parents, the team around me. Those guys work their butts off every single day. The coaches always pushing me to get better and never letting me settle, and always constantly grinding every single day. I just need to thank everyone around me because without them, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today.
Next, we'll go to Sam Sklar at the State News.
Hey, Cal, I was actually going to ask you that same question, but I'll pivot to something else here. How's it, I guess, sort of feel to kind of go out on a high note in dramatic fashion like this for those seniors? I know you're obviously kind of a younger guy, but to send them off like that, and then, seeing guys like Connor Heyward making big plays and what's perhaps like their final games as a Spartan.
That was the goal at the end of the day. We wanted to send the seniors out on a good note. We came down here and for the 11th win, and that's what our goal was after Penn State. I think that I'm glad that it all worked out, and I'm proud of the guys, and they had great careers out here, and I'm just proud of what we did this year.
All right, and our final question for Cal comes from Jack Ebling.
Cal, the fans are starting to call you Pick Six Halliday. Do you and Corveris Crouch have to change numbers?
Maybe. I don't know about that, but I think I'm going to stick with 27 for now. But that's funny. I'm glad everyone's enjoying it.
All right, Cal, congratulations, and thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll be joined by Peyton. All right, we're joined by Connor Hayward. We'll start with the questions, beginning with Chris Solari.
Hey, Connor. I'm wondering if you can kind of walk us through that touchdown, and particularly you come down with the ball and you're kind of looking up into the stands and pointing into the stands. How special was that moment for you, that particularly against your dad's old team?
Yeah, it was real special to me. This game meant a lot to me, not just because it was a New Year's Six Bowl, but playing my dad's alma mater, playing my mom's alma mater, and my mom grew up in Pittsburgh, and obviously my brother playing for the Steelers and has a big impact on the Pittsburgh community, and my whole family being born in Pittsburgh except for me. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, lived in the same house my whole life, about 25 minutes outside of Atlanta. So this game just meant a lot to me, and I just wanted to come out victorious.
Next, we'll go to Jared Ramsey.
Yeah, Connor, kind of going off that, what did it mean to you to be able to finish your career on such a high note with that touchdown, that drive in the fourth quarter in front of your friends and family in your hometown?
Yeah, it meant a lot. I had like 50 people here, at least 50, 60 people, friends and family, coaches from high school, coaches from Little League, my friends that I grew up with, and old teammates. So it was just amazing, and to finish it with a group of guys in the locker room and all the coaches that have pushed us to extreme limits, but they know how to love on us as well. So just being able to get this dub just means so much and more. Words don't even describe it, and to be at home, that's just icing on the cake.
Next, we'll go to Stephen Brooks.
Hey Connor, what do you think that this team's legacy is or will be, in time, being Coach Tucker's second team, and what do you think this season can do for maybe the next few seasons, and how quickly maybe things could turn around here, based upon what happened this year?
Yeah, this win's going to do a lot, I think. I think it's going to attract even more recruits. Obviously, you guys see Coach Tucker and the whole staff recruiting very well at a high level, nonstop, and getting the best guys up to East Lansing and letting them see campus for the first time. So, and they're always blown away. So I think it will attract more recruits and, just more attraction to Michigan State football. I think a lot of people know that, it's a gritty team, physical team, and by any means team, but once they get up there, they'll like it even more. And once you're around our coaches and the culture, it just kind of rubs off on everybody. So I think this win can do a lot. But obviously, for the teams for next year, you have to put in the work as well. And I know Coach Tuck's not going to take a backseat to that, and continue to push guys. And I think the team will also be remembered as a team that never quit. A legendary team. Only 6 times this happened now, where teams in Michigan State history have 11 wins or more. And so to do that in Coach Tuck's second year, it just shows how much work the players and the coaches have put into it.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Matt Wenzel.
Hey, Connor, you've obviously had time to think about this, but do you think it'll take you a while for your career and what you did here to really sink in, from coming here as an athlete to starting at running back to entering the portal to returning and then switching to tight end and to cap it against, Pitt? Would you think that'll be something that might take you a while to really adjust to?
It kind of hit me after the game, honestly, just like everything that I've been through, the good and the bad. And sometimes you just have to go through the bad to, sometimes it has to rain to see the sunny days, and that's how I kind of see it. And I think everything just came full circle. It's a blessing to play the game of football and to finish it out this way against, all the connection I have with Pitt. It just all came full circle.
Thanks, Connor.
All right, it looks like that's all the questions we had this evening. I have one more. We'll wrap with Jack Eplin.
Connor, from where you were 2 years ago, I don't know if anyone has chopped more than you have for Mel Tucker. If the final chapter of this story is a 21-0 fourth quarter, what does that mean?
Keep chopping. Backs against the wall. You got to be able to make a play. You as an offensive skill player, you want to either have the big block or the big catch when the game's on the line, and you saw a number of guys step up, not just me. Trey Mosley had a lot of tough catches in traffic. Obviously, Jayden, the one to start the game and the one to win the game, and then Speedy catching the one-handed one behind him, and just putting the ball in the air and believing in everybody. Not a lot of quarterbacks are like him and spread the wealth.
All right, everyone, I appreciate you guys joining us. Connor, congratulations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, and that's going to wrap us here this evening. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Our first question for Jayden comes from Chris Solari.
Hey, Jayden, I'm wondering if you could walk us through that last touchdown drive that you guys had. What did you see from Peyton? And what, going into that final play, the touchdown catch, was the call and kind of your mindset going up for that ball over the defender?
I love 50-50 balls because I believe they're 100% balls, coming towards my way, and Peyton Thorne threw a great ball. He gave me the opportunity to put it somewhere where I can make a play, and that's how it happened.
Our next question comes from Matt Wenzel.
Hey, Jayden, the other day you said you wouldn't talk about whether you come back next year until after the game. It's now after the game, so we just got to ask you ready to get now again if you've made up your mind yet.
I still don't have an answer at this moment.
Okay. But for you overall, how this season, what's it like to cap this year with the performance you had tonight? You went through injury late and just the overall effort you put in this year offensively.
It's been a great season. It's always a great season to, get 11 wins. I feel like I've heard that we made history or something, the sixth team or something like that, to get 11 wins in the season at Michigan State. So that's a huge accomplishment, to make as a program. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, our next question will go to Stephen Brooks.
Hey, Jayden, Peyton was just in here saying you were sort of in his ear on the sideline all throughout the night, especially early on when he might not have been playing as well. What were you saying to what were you saying to him, and what were you seeing from him when he wasn't playing as well early?
Something I do as always, keep my, I wanted to be a big brother to him as I always do, when things are going this way, because I know that he's a really good player. So, I was trying my best to make sure he wasn't getting discouraged or anything like that. I was picking his head up when it was down. And, obviously things changed. He got his head straight, and, he made plays when we needed him.
Thank you.
Yep.
Our next question will go to Jared Ramsey.
Hey, Jayden, I was just curious, is tonight the kind of night that you it had kind of envisioned when you transferred from Western, and what does it feel for you to be named the offensive MVP of a New Year's Six bowl?
It's just a blessing, man. Who would have thought, I would be in this position today? I give all glory to God, my family that supported me through everything, that trusted all my decisions that I made coming up to this point. I want to thank the coaches, everybody, the whole program, support staff, the university for allowing me to, go to school there and earn my degree. I'm just accomplishing all my dreams, and I can only thank God for that. So.
Is there anything else for Jayden?
Am I able to?
All right, we'll go. We got two quick follow-ups. We'll go to Chris Solari and then wrap with Matt Wenzel.
Hey, Jayden, kind of as a follow to Matt's question, when you're making this decision, I mean, it's obviously a big one. How much do you put a factor into what you've done on the field, what more you can accomplish, and as well having maybe one more year with Peyton with the connection you guys have shown this year?
No doubt. What I do, what I always do when I make decisions, I make a pros and a cons list of, everything that it's going to come down to, you know what I'm saying? And, I really go with my gut, for the most part. I look at the facts, what's really out there for me, you know what I'm saying? And I just go with the flow. And to be honest, I haven't missed yet. So with trusting God and everything like that, I know I'll make the right decision.
All right, we'll wrap with Matt Wenzel.
Hey, Jayden, how fitting do you think it is, the performance you guys had tonight, down by 11 in the fourth quarter, given the season overall, when most people weren't expecting you guys to accomplish much, and you go on to win 11 games in a New Year's Six?
Yeah, that's what always happened, when the odds are against you. We had a chip on our shoulder since the last season, the last game of, when we played Penn State, with the COVID year and everything like that. That was a tough year. So, new coaching staff and everything. We never really had a full year to get under our belt to actually develop as a whole unit. So, we had a chip on our shoulder, and from winter condition, everybody worked their tails off. And I knew from that point that we were going to have a really good team because everybody was bought in to the culture that Coach Tuck was bringing in. I felt the family more on the team, you know what I'm saying? I looked at them more as family. I was closer to many more teammates than I've ever been on any team. So from that standpoint, that's when I knew that this team was going to be really good.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jayden, congrats on the win. Thank you for your
You
time
guys,
this
I
evening.
appreciate you guys. Happy holidays.